What up, guys? Welcome back to my channel and welcome to all our new viewers. Today we come bearing good news. Good news on ZedRun. I mean, I have not been this excited about ZedRun in a while. This video is for all those guys, all of you that are just disgruntled with ZedRun because you bought a Z2 legendary Nakamoto at freaking 2.5 ETH, and now the floor is 0.25 ETH, and you just hate him. Like me, I did that. This is for you. They just published their 2020 runway, what they're going to do, and guys, this is amazing. And before you guys think that, okay, yeah, they say it, are they gonna do it? They are actually backed by some of the biggest players in the crypto space, like Andrew and Horowitz. Okay, so do not think for a second they are not. And they look at their partnerships. They partnered with NASCAR, they partnered with Netflix, they partnered with the racing tournament in Australia. I forgot what that was called, in Melbourne, but whatever your angle is, this you have to go through. I have been following their CEO Chris Laurent on Twitter for a while. Solid guy, and just go through this. If you come to their community here, community page on Zed, community.zed.run, and click on that ZedRun the Future 2022, this is what they came up with today. This is fresh off the boat, guys. So let's see what they are coming up with. This is what they say. Let's go into what we have planned to evolve and expand beyond beta and beta. And this is the thing, that all of you that are in the game already, you are early. You are playing the beta version. You're not even in the original game yet. So this is what they have in store. Revamping the class system. So I'm not gonna read line by line. This is a long article. I'm just gonna go through the bullet points that I've already read through and I know. So class system revamping is basically they're going to go with elos and add more classes, so your horses will not be racing against POP and freaking Mirajo and Sentinel, which isn't in the game anymore, but those horses, your horses are not going to be racing against those horses. Your horses will be racing against similar category horses, which gives you a better chance at winning, right? Z token, oh my god, this is why I got into this goddamn thing. For the token. I thought there was an airdrop, so I just went ahead and bought some tokens. So they're finally coming up with their token. Their timeline is Q1, so it will be between January and March sometime. And they're coming with the Z token and the Z token ecosystem. They are partnering with Republic Crypto. Now, Republic Crypto has already worked with Polygon, they have worked with Star Atlas, they have worked with Avalanche. So it's not something that they're just, this is the best part, and I have mentioned this on my videos before. This is one aspect I loved about Zed from the beginning, that they just did not come up with a token before they had a product to sell. Okay? Like D-Race did. What a freaking scam. I'm sorry, D-Race is a freaking scam. They came up with a freaking token, they don't have anything to show for it. ZedRun, they have built up extremely sustainable community, sustainable game. They're stabilizing it before they bring more people in. Now they're coming up with a token. Alright, so the ZedRun token is intended to be utilized as a unit of exchange for the provision of service in the ZedRun ecosystem, and an incentive to encourage players to contribute and maintain the Zed ecosystem. Ownership of the ZedRun token carries no rights other than a means to engage with the ZedRun ecosystem. The token does not have any intrinsic value, and it is the responsibility of the token recipient to maintain the token securely and protect its wallet private key. Now, here's the thing. This confused the hell out of a lot of people. Because a lot of people that are in the Zed ecosystem, I was in their Discord earlier today, and a lot of people are confused and they're like, okay, I cannot trade this token, I cannot exchange this token for anything. What's the point of this token if I only can use it inside the Zed ecosystem? And as we go down the list, you will see that their prize money is going to also change into the Zed token. The problem with that sort of thinking is that you're not thinking correctly. They are partnering with Republic Crypto. They will have a smart contract, and it's mentioned in here somewhere. They are doing an audit on their smart contract and all of that. If this token were not to be tradable on exchanges, it will be off-chain. It will be off-chain. It will not be on-chain. They would not have to partner with Republic Crypto to launch their token. So no, that sort of thinking is wrong. You can still trade it. You can still go on MetaMask. You can still go on whatever centralized exchange this token will be traded on. You can still trade that token for Ethereum, for US dollars, whatever they take, right? Okay, so there are many ways to get this token. There are three main categories: in-game activities, growth incentives, and existing users. So phase one, the ZedRun token will launch in the following 4 phases. Phase one, initial airdrop. And this is why I joined Zed. Excuse me, to begin with. Timeline, quarter one. That will be January through March of 2022, sometime in there. ZedRun tokens will be airdropped to eligible stable owners and ZedRun NFT holders. So that would be skin, pass, or racehorse holders. Allocation will be based on the following factors: number of racehorses owned, type of racehorses owned. So the racehorse's DNA, whether you're owning a Genesis horse, you're owning a bunch of legendary horses or crosses, pacers, exclusives, whatever. Length of ZedRun NFT ownership, how long have you owned that horse? Active stable owners and long-term holders of racehorses will receive tokens first for their unwavering support and participation in breeding, racing, and trading. We will be taking a snapshot of this data, which will be communicated to the community in due course. So we still don't know exactly who will get this airdrop. I think everybody will, but to what percentage, to what extent? Like if you hold a Z1 Genesis versus a Z9 Genesis versus a Z2 Legendary, where do you land? Nobody knows. So we'll have to wait for that part, but you will be getting some token, one way or another. Racing, so you can get token rewards on offer for each race or tournament, will be correlated to race class, tournament type, tournament length, special conditional events, and all of that. Race pools will initially continue to have ETH, WETH price alongside the ZedRun token. As racing in ZedRun continues to expand, the way in which tokens are used in-game will change alongside the community's expectation and input. So they will be listening to the community. So if you want to say something, go to the Discord and make noise. Guys, I made noise for burning horses for eternity. And it finally is here. We'll see that down the road on this article. Excited. So racehorse retirement. Oh, right here, racehorse retirement. ZedRun lacks an end-of-life option in its core engagement loop of breed, trade, race, where breeding has an unlimited growth curve. As such, we plan to introduce a retirement feature that will allow stable owners to permanently give up ownerships of a non-Genesis racehorse in exchange for tokens. So basically this is burning. They didn't want to use the word burning because it's a hot button issue in the Discord. They just came up with retiring, but it's basically burning a horse. If you breed a horse, you cannot do this to Genesis horses, obviously, understandably so. But if you breed a horse and it turns out to be a freaking donkey, you can list it for floor, but who the frick is going to buy your donkey at the floor price? Nobody will. People will offer you breed the horse for, I don't know, $35, and people will offer you $10, then even your horse will not sell. So this is the best part about this, that if you want to keep that horse, you keep your horse. But if you don't want to keep your horse, you just go ahead and burn it right away. Take some tokens. Take some tokens. Yes, your token at that point, at that very moment, your tokens will not equate to the breeding cost. I would not assume it would. I mean, that would give an incentive for people to just breed horses and burn them. So I would assume that's not the case, but you can still get rid of your horse, get something for it right away when you want it, and put that money back into the game. Or you can hold on to those DES tokens and sell them later when they appreciate in value. Because this is a great ecosystem. I don't see the token value going down anytime soon, right? So these tokens will correspond to the activity of the racehorse throughout its life. This will improve ZedRun in two ways. Adding a deflationary influence on the racehorse population, providing players with an option to salvage value back from their initial purchase. So you can, not only breeding, if you buy a horse off OpenSea and it turns out to be a freaking donkey, freaking burn it. Burn it. I'm sorry, I'm going to use the word burn. I'm not into this retirement bullcrap. Burning the horse. I'm burning the damn horse, getting some DES tokens for it. Phase 4, renting. This is another way you can get DES tokens. This is timeline is Q2, so this is a little further away from like up to June of 2022, between March and June. Given Zed's track record, I wouldn't bet my money on earlier in the quarter. I would bet my money on maybe later in the quarter or early in Q3. So this is basically, and this is a big one. Listen to this. Those of you who have been waiting for Zed to drop their last of the Genesis horses that are remaining, that's not happening anymore. Zed will keep them and rent them out. Zed will keep those horses. So let's go over this. Excuse me, a few paragraphs. It's important. An integral part of ZedRun. Okay, this is about to change. So basically, they are trying to deal with the barrier to entry people, because there are many created stables have never raced in ZedRun because the barrier to entry is too high and people couldn't just afford to race. This is about to change. Beginning with the official ZedRun stable, new stable owners will be able to rent. Excuse me, guys. I'm extremely sorry for my voice. Give me one freaking second. Okay, I hope this is better. Beginning with the official ZedRun stable, new stable owners will be able to rent many of the unsold Genesis horses. We have been planning to more effectively utilize unsold Genesis racehorses to better serve the community. Rather than profiting from the sale of Genesis racehorses, we are instead driving utility back into the token to create stronger levels of engagement for the community. Now, here's the thing. If you're upset with that okay, oh, I was waiting for the Genesis drop, I was saving up for it, now I cannot get it. Guys, these Genesis drops will still end up being in the high ETHs, okay? If you're looking for a Z1, Z2, Z3, Z4, they will probably, at the lower end, they will be 3 to 4 ETH. Because this will be an auction, and you'll have to bid against other people, and you have the big bidders that will take those out of the market. You cannot even touch them, okay? And if you're looking for the Finny Genesises or Buren Genesises, you can get them for freaking cheap right now. Go out on OpenSea on Huuuuge, look at what you want, and buy a horse. I bought a Genesis mare today, Z9, for 0.13 ETH. 0.13 ETH. Literally, that's it. Like less than $400. So you can go do that if you're looking for that. Don't wait on these horses. You're never gonna get it. If you're waiting on that next drop and you do not have 200 ETH in your MetaMask, you're never gonna get it. So don't worry about it, okay? This is much better. This is much better. If they can, I'm excited to rent a Z1 horse and run it. I'm excited to rent a Z1 horse and breed it as my own horse. That way I don't have to pay the extra fees. So guys, there is a lot to like in here. So rewards accumulate from the racehorses rented out from the official ZedRun stable will be shared with the renter and the rest of the community, driving a continuous engagement loop that benefits the entire ecosystem. So the profits they're getting from renting out these horses, that will be shared with the renter as well. I don't know in what way, but we'll see. Once launched, renting will enable a better onboarding, okay, whatever, a wider distribution of tokens and existing stable owners to generate rewards by renting out their very own horses. So if you have horses, if you have a good breeder, you can rent it out to breed. You can, if you're a good racer, rent it out to race. You don't have to sit in front of your computer and try racing all the time. Now, more information on everything will be provided later, obviously. Now, ultimate tournament and racing experience. Now, this is talking about many different tournaments. Now, this is a good one. The Zed has about $9.5 million in their prize pool treasury. That is insane. That is insane for an NFT game at this point. Trust me. So that's why I am so bullish on this thing. They have the cash backing to plow through, right? Eligibility conditions for the new tournaments, there will be many. No, here's what they say. Tournaments are about to explode in 2022. This is what you're going to get. Bloodline, if you guys are enjoying the tournaments now, it's going to get crazy. It's going to get much, much better. There will be tournaments based on bloodline. So you will have a tournament where there will be no Nakamoto horses. You will have a tournament for freaking Burins, guys. Then you'll have a breed type, genotype specific only races. This is insane, insanely good. So Z numbers and whether it's a Genesis legendary or exclusive elite horse or a Nakamoto, Finny, Zabo, or Birin horses. This is insane. Racehorses with 0% place record. I have a couple of those in my stable. God damn it, I have to race them in that tournament. Color group, you can freaking race according to color group. So better have racehorses of all color groups in your stable. And I hope they have one for supercoats. I have a couple of supercoats. I would very much like if they have a couple for supercoats. A tournament for only supercoat horses, inclusive of skin type, pass type. Party mode, oh yeah, you can do your own races, guys. You can create your own races, or they will create own races. You can invite your friends to have a tournament by yourself. You don't have to wait on Zed to do anything. That's party mode. That's awesome. Season, and they will have a seasonal ranking. I didn't find that very interesting, so I'm not gonna get into that. The masses, now that's the marketing push they're gonna commence into Q3. Right until now, ZedRun has been actually featured on New York Times, Wall Street Journal, and all of these places. Now, I personally do know the New York Times article. That's where I first heard about ZedRun. So, yeah. And now they're going for bigger, reputable network pushes, okay? This is what they're saying. ZedRun has been supported by some of the most prominent investors in the world, such as the Sherman Group, Andreessen and Horowitz, I told you that before, and Greylock Partners, that continue to support not only our vision, but the community's vision too. We also have a world-class advisory team of dedicated individuals helping ZedRun cast its reach into the mainstream, including David Van Egmond, former head of strategy and corporate development at Barstool Sports, Harnik Anderson, chief investment officer at Apollo Capital, Matt Rustivo, former chief product officer at Action Network. And oh, this guy was in FanDuel as well. With the support of industry titans in the sports media NFT space, ZedRun is positioned to finally make it. Oh, there are more. Just don't just get into this. I'll show you more. Team growth. This is what they're hiring. In the last 3 months, these are the people they have hired, okay? This guy was the head of engineering at Candy Crush. This guy was the group product manager at Stripe Payments. If you guys don't know, for people who are outside of the United States, Stripe Payment is a big fintech company over here trying to compete with Square. What's his name? Twitter's owner Jack Dorsey's company. Senior product manager at Google, senior manager at UX and Expedia Group. This guy's from IBM, managed DevOps manager at NASA, VP marketing at HTC, CEO at Wonderman, Chief Strategy Officer at Churchill Downs. I used to own stocks of Churchill Downs. So these are not they are freaking hiring legit people, all right? If you guys are still not bullish on ZedRun, and if you're still, looking the other way, you're gonna lose out. And if you're trying to sell all your horses, your stable in this pump, that's happening today, maybe. I'm sorry, guys, you're gonna lose out. This is a long-term game. I have invested in many NFTs now. Okay, let me show you quickly my collection if I have it here. Look at this. I have all these NFTs. I have spent over, I don't know how much money on this so far. I have probably spent more than 5-6 ETH on these. And ZedRun is still my biggest investment, and I still am investing more and more into it because the Genesis horses got so friggin' cheap. Let me give you an example. My first horse that I bought was a Z9 Stallion. Actually, he was a colt at the time. I bought him for 0.65 ETH. At this point, those are going for 0.12, 0.13 ETH. Okay, that's how much cheaper they are. How could I not? How could I not? Because not only that, they're coming up with a new project called Human Park. If you haven't, go on Twitter, type in Free Human Park. It's a metaverse project that they're getting into. And if you own Genesis horses, I don't know what, they haven't mentioned it, but if you are involved in ZedRun, you get perks in that one. You get maybe whitelisted for some NFTs, I don't know. But there are advantages in that too. So keep an eye open for that. I'm getting just increasingly more bullish on ZedRun by the day. Now here's the thing, as ZedRun enters its third full, here's something I wanted to point out. In addition to the roadmap items above, the team will continue improving all aspects of ZedRun. This January, you can expect to see smart contract development beginnings with Republic Crypto. Now, they don't have to develop a smart contract if their freaking token was just an in-game utility and you couldn't trade it. Finalization of smart contract audit by Quantum Stamp, increased community collaboration through surveys of improved user experiences. As ZedRun enters its third full year of development, our community approaches its 1 millionth race. Now, imagine this. They have done this development in 3 freaking years, guys. You think D-Race and whatever other winky-dinky guys are just gonna come in and take the crown from them? Good freaking God, give me a break. Those people are nowhere near the development that these guys have done, all right? So please, just, don't go, if you don't want to be in ZedRun, that's fine. Don't go get scammed with D-Race. Don't listen to Becker and buy D-Race horses, okay? I don't know what he sees in them, what have they paid him. Don't buy Z-Race horses, D-Race horses. It's a freaking scam. All right, are you ready for a long game? We're here for it. Yes, I am, and we are. So, guys, if you like the content, right? I'm extremely bullish on this. Please, if you heard it here first, and if you haven't read any of this, please smash that like button. Please subscribe. There will be many more things to come as ZedRun moves forward into 2022. And if you guys want, leave your comments in the section below. I've been doing pretty good with NFTs, flipping them around. Let me know if you want more videos about that. I will make some videos on that too. All right, have a good night.